Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Austin. Welcome back to the channel for another Mimic video. Today I'm doing probably a long-awaited guide on how to complete the Witch's Trials solo nightmare mode. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't play this mode at all since I made that video ranting about it because I didn't really enjoy it, but if you guys didn't see the video, I went and completed this with my friend. Honestly, I didn't expect to even beat it. I was just playing it for fun because I originally wanted to make a video where I was just forcing my friend to play this mode on Nightmare. He doesn't play the Mimic at all. I just thought it'd be hilarious, but I ended up carrying in the end and winning, and it was crazy. So go check the video out. Link's gonna be in the description. But yeah, so now that I know how to actually do this, I can finally make a guide on this. This is actually going to be my 1,000 subscriber video. I'm going to sit, now I can see this, in person, in audio. Thank you guys so much for breaking 1,000. It's actually insane. It is actually insane that you guys support this channel that much. I can't thank y'all enough. I just hope that these guides do it justice, right? I hope these guys pay back the support, because it's the least I can do, man. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's hop right into this video. Alright, now honestly, I still think this game mode is just not good for solo, and this still takes me literal hours to complete. The only reason I can see why anyone would want to do this is for the lantern. That aside though, I'll try to keep it as brief and quick to the point as possible. But if you're unfamiliar with my guides and don't know how this works, I come up with a sort of routine, as I like to call them. They are the basic paths and strategies that I create myself by learning experience through playing, and then I showcase you guys how to do them yourselves. Now, starting off with this first puzzle here, I recommend you use the corrupted lantern. It may be garbage for lighting, but the perks it gives are really good, and as far as I know, no other lantern has perks like it, so you might as well take advantage of that. The perks being health regen, which can be used in the first maze, and the clear better perk, a higher chance of survival if monster sees and starts chasing you. If you don't have this lantern, go watch one of my tutorials. I'll leave links to them in a pinned comment. Lanterns aside, from what I like to do here first is go directly to the right and get control and rebirth first. It really doesn't matter, but I just grew used to doing these two first. The easiest way to obtain each skull is by waiting for the monster to approach you. As soon as you see the prompt to grab the skull, grab it while walking backwards, then run as soon as you grab it. You can easily lose the monsters around the corners as long as you turn a corner when you're far enough away from them. An extra tip I can give here is that each monster has a unique cry, so if you're having trouble finding one, just remember which cries you've already gotten a scroll from. Now the first maze is really simple, but here's where things get more complicated. I made a video about this before, but since then I've changed up my strategy a little, so just follow my lead and you should be golden. I always start off getting the white blade first because it's very easy to get and also otherwise would require me to go out off my path, so leaving it for last with my current routine would honestly just waste time, so go ahead and make your way here. Once you get the white blade, you're going to want to come back to spawn and safely make your way to the first bush. Now from here, I recommend waiting for the monsters to pass by you. Once you're sure it's clear, make your way to either of these bushes. It doesn't matter which one. Now once again, after you make sure the path is clear, move on to this bush, and at this point you'll want to get the spirit butterfly. Important things to know about this spot: you're basically immune to being caught here as long as you get back to safety before disaster strikes. There are about 3 cycles you want to watch out for. Both monsters have different footsteps. The tall one is slower, the one that crawls is much faster. As for any cycle the tall monster makes down this path, you can be caught by him if you're out in the open, so always watch out for that. However, there's one cycle the crawler will make where it sounds like he is close, but you're not in any actual danger. I'll show you right here what it looks like. The way you can tell is by using what I like to call audio tracking. You want to position yourself in a way where you can track the general direction of the audio with your mouse, and if you see something like this, you don't have to worry about him actually seeing you. That's all I can say for this spirit butterfly. Just keep your ears open and don't be too reckless. Once you have the butterfly, go ahead and make your way back to this bush the same way that you got into this area. Now from here you should do one of 2 things. After waiting for the coast to clear, I make my way to this dig spot. I always try and get the key, but if I hear any footsteps I just run away to the porch here, as it's not worth the risk. Whether you get the key or not doesn't matter. If you got the key, great, get the dark blade, but if you didn't, don't worry. You're going to want to wait for a specific cycle. Once both monsters come and leave at around the same time, that's your best opportunity to leave and either A, grab the key, or B, put the swords on display. If you have the key already and are putting the swords on display, skip ahead to this point. If you do not, keep watching. Now that we have the key, let's get that cycle and get out. I do this sort of trick here where I keep my inventory open and use right click on my mouse to move my screen. Normally I'd run back to the bush we used before getting to the room at the back, but since there was a monster there, I just opted to hide in this bush over here. Now just wait for the path to be clear and go ahead and move on to the next part. Now this last part isn't super hard per se, but it's very, very, very annoying. Yes, I had to let that out. The only problem with this, and it's a huge problem, is that it takes forever to grab even one soul, let alone two. But there's two spots I like for grabbing them. They were what gave me the most success. I did use one for each spirit, but for now, just go ahead and run over here. Once you make it here, go along to the first button and activate it. Wait for the coast to clear and get in this building. Do the same thing and then get into this building. Now this is where I like to attempt to grab the corrupted soul, the one with the girl who laughs and has the size. You can go for both souls here if you'd like, but I find myself not having luck with the other soul, so I don't really bother. Just chill around here and try and grab it as they pass by. It will be very tricky, but eventually you'll get to it. You can also grab them through the walls if you want to try doing that as well. I actually got lucky here and had whatever this has happened, and it allowed me to get the soul, almost both of them. Once you finally get the soul, go ahead and move on to this next safe spot. From here, move over to this spot. Then to this spot. And this is where I like to try and get the other soul. Once again, just sort of do the same thing that you did for the first soul. There's not really a way to cheese doing this that I know of, so just take your time and eventually you'll grab a soul. Now once you finally do that, go ahead and make it to this spot. For the sake of not being redundant, I'm just going to show you guys where to go next, since it's all the same thing. Just waiting for the coast to be clear. Once you burn the souls, go ahead and just go down the same route again. It should be easy as pie now that you've done it once. I'll see you guys at the end. Well guys, that's how you easily complete Nightmare Mode on the Witch's Trial solo. If this video helped you, drop a like and consider subscribing for future Mimic and Roblox content. Catch y'all next time. Stay cool.